Over the past few weeks, Insta360 have been going a little bit crazy on their social media platforms, website, and even on the app that controls the 360 cameras, talking about how small things can make a big difference in their new teaser trailer for their new camera. And we got our hands on one. So this is the brand new Insta360 Go 2. And today we're going to be looking through what comes in the box, how it works, and if it lives up to some of the quite frankly bold claims that Insta360 make about it. The very first thing you are greeted with is the camera itself. Now, first impressions of this are actually really impressive. It's got a really nice premium feel to it. Reminds me actually of a earpod, very small, very dinky. Don't know if you can see that. And only 27 grams as well, so that's really impressive. It's sort of hard to show that on a video of how light and premium feeling it is. Underneath that, you actually have the first accessory, which is actually holding it into the box. This is the magnetic pendant that comes with, and then that simply sits on there like that, which is absolutely ideal if you're looking to shoot in FPV, something like that. So that's really cool. Directly underneath there, you have the instructions, all the bump that generally comes with cameras, 360 products, Insta360 stuff, and you even get some stickers in there because why not? Now underneath that, this is where the cool stuff really is. So first thing is the easy clip. So all you do with this is you simply snap the camera into position like that using magnets. It's quite tough, it won't go anywhere. You've got the clip at the back, which allows you to clip it onto items of clothing, belts, things, so it's really cool, and it's quite a stable little gimbal as well, so it can be positioned quite easily and hold itself there too. We also have, this is my favorite thing, this is the charge cradle that comes with it. Again, sort of going along the sort of wireless headphone-y feel kind of look there, but you open it up like that. The camera simply sits in there like so. You can charge, and you can also control the camera using this as well. But again, a really clever design feature from Insta360 is on the back of the case. You've got these two retractable legs where it can sit like that, and then you can use it as a tripod for vlogging or do whatever with it wherever you are. It's really clever, and it also has the connection at the bottom so you can mount it to a tripod. Finally, we have, in terms of accessories, we have the swivel mount. Simply clips into there like so. We can remove this at the bottom here, and this is actually a reusable adhesive. So if we just remove this little protective feel that comes on here, you can pretty much mount this wherever you desire, pull it off, and then it says here on the instructions, make sure you clean it with water. So it's reusable, you just make sure you rinse it off after every use. So to be honest, it's quite a wide range of accessories, so you could pretty much cover absolutely everything. But the thing I like about it the most is the fact that when you buy a new camera, a new action cam or something like that, you normally then have to buy the additional products in terms of, you know, sort of mounts and things, whereas with this, you've got a fairly wide range of things that would actually get you covered to get you started. Now we've gone through what you get in the box and the accessories, it's time to talk about the nitty-gritty, the technical spec on the Go 2. Now, as I've previously mentioned, weighing in at only 27 grams and being absolutely tiny, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Insta360 have had to throw out some really cool features and make some really big sacrifices in order to fit everything in. Well, the reality is, you'd be pleasantly surprised. It has the ability to shoot in 3K native resolution at 1440p at 50 frames per second. It can shoot in slow motion at up to 120 frames per second. It's got 32 gig built-in memory, of which about 29 gig of that is available. It's waterproof up to 4 meters, and it also has flow state stabilisation built in as standard. Something that I really wanted to pay attention to when doing the review on this was the adhesive back on the swivel mount. Now, Insta360 say that this could go anywhere, it can be mounted to anything, and once it's been used, all you have to do is just rinse it off. So, I'm gonna see how many times I can stick it and lift it and see how well it keeps its stickiness. Following that, I'm gonna rinse it and then see how much of that stickiness returns. So, time lapse. I can honestly say that the adhesive pad on the swivel mount hasn't lost any of its adhesive properties. I don't quite know how Insta360 have done that, but it's certainly impressive. What I'm gonna go and do now is follow the instructions and rinse it and see if it makes the slightest bit of difference. So, after rinsing that, straight away, it went really, really smooth at first, almost like it had gone non-sticky whatsoever. And then within seconds, when I was just dampening it down, it started to stick again to the kitchen roll. But what's even more impressive is even after a full rinse, absolutely no change in the adhesive property whatsoever. So I can really, really see a good long lifespan in this particular accessory. So credit where credit's due, good shout. Now it's all well and good me being sat here telling you how great this new camera is, but what we actually want to do now is go out and actually test it. So outside in Dusseldorf right now, the weather is absolutely atrocious, it's grey, it's miserable, and it's raining. So it's a great opportunity to really, really test the parameters of this camera. So after 2 full days of product testing the new Insta360 Go 2, I can confirm that it fills the boots that were left behind by its predecessor. Now, if you're thinking of buying a new Go 2 and you've never used an Insta360 Go camera before, there is one thing to know, and that is it can be a little bit tricky just at first to get your head around the button operation on the front of the camera to control different shooting modes. However, this is very quickly overcome by the control buttons within the charging cradle and using the Wi-Fi preview app, which I used myself most of the time for product testing. When it comes to some of the features on the camera, both the footage and image quality are absolutely superb. When aided with the flow state stabilisation as well, never before has such a small light camera been able to produce such smooth footage. It's fully waterproof, we've checked that. We were throwing it in buckets of water for very long periods of time, as well as slow-mo techniques where we were chucking it in as well. The slow-mo and the time-lapse works really well too. This is a great little camera, and it would make a perfect addition for anyone who is a vlogger, into their action cams, and just wants something very light, very small to pop in their pocket. In fact, most of the time when I was testing it, I would just have an accessory and the cradle itself. While it's in my pocket, it's charging away, and I could get it out and use it at any point I needed to do without it even feeling like it was in my pocket. So if there's anything you think we've missed, feel free to drop a comment or any questions or anything like that. And if you like what you saw in this video, please feel free to like and subscribe for any more updates that come out in the near future from Epotronic.